What up, people? Welcome to InTheMaking with yours truly, JSM. Today, I have for you guys an excellent conversation, a really good conversation that I have with my business partner, Steven Sanchez. We talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about monetizing, we talk about how people are taking advantage of 2020, how 2020 is gonna be a different year, how people are really changing stuff, how the economy is changing, how everything's changing. I have nothing more to say than you gotta listen to this episode, so let's get to it.
Yo, it's Steven Sanchez. Look, honestly, I call him so many names that I don't even know what else to call him.
You can call me Jassum in the making.
Jassum in the making. I call him Julio because he's my business partner. I'm not going to get used to calling him that all the time, but if that's how he wants it, that's his introduction. But man, this is gonna be a very interesting podcast. I haven't done a podcast in quite some time.
Same.
Let me know if you guys enjoy this podcast, so that way we can continue these podcasts. But I'm gonna be doing them just because I like them. I love talking. I love giving as much value as possible, and let's get into it. One of the topics that I wanted to talk about in this podcast was the fact that there's so many distractions in 2020. I think that a lot of people are not a fan of 2020, but I've been a huge fan. I may be a little biased because I've been just taking advantage of 2020 instead of just playing the victim. A lot of people are playing victims. A lot of things are going on and a lot of distractions, and the only people that are going to make it through 2020 are the ones that are heading this way instead of this way, because this is a distraction way. This is the focus way. The people that are heading this way, there's a chance for you guys to make 2020 count and be as valuable as it was from other years. Like even the best year you probably ever had. Like 2020. What do you think about 2020? What has it brought to you?
Oh, 2020. Some people think that it's the worst thing that is happening right now. Is the worst year, but I see it as an opportunity. Everything is changing. Everything is going online. The business is changing. It's technically more for the people than technically for the government.
Yeah.
The people can technically monetize more. The business that they have is more like direct, because now everything's going online. Because for the single fact of whatever is going on because of the pandemic or anything like that, right? So people are buying more online. So people are making more businesses online. What technically means is that it's now peer-to-peer. What I mean by that is like people are paying people and not having a third party to pay them. So the business is flowing like never.
Like, all right, so when you said about the third party, it's like going to Walmart. Walmart's a third party.
Exactly.
So it's like the vendor sold it to Walmart and they get royalty.
Exactly.
All right, so this, I'm glad that you said that though. Like that's so fucking true. Where in 2020, there's a big difference between 2020 and 2010. All right, like he said, third-party businesses are not that much around like they were before because e-commerce has taken over. Just like the digital world has taken over,
and also I was gonna say now is the greatest opportunity to people to start monetizing their content. And what I mean by that is like, 2020 is technically making people monetize because there's some people that don't have jobs. There's people that jobs opportunity are very rare right now, and right now you go to a job and people they're getting impacted with COVID. So right now it's like everything is remote, everything is online. So what technically is making people start making content, start doing something so they can win their money.
Yeah.
Technically making them freelancers.
And I was just talking about this, how I was saying, this is funny, I was just talking about this, bro. 15 years ago, you needed a great portfolio, right? You needed a great portfolio to have a nice income coming or whatever you're trying to get hired at. If you're trying to be a writer for a blog or you're trying to be a cameraman, you need to have a great portfolio, right? Nowadays, if you build a personal brand, Your portfolio is online. Your portfolio is already there. The fact that you have a personal brand, right? You're already building a portfolio. And the fact that you're building a portfolio, by default, you're doing case studies as well. Because the more your personal brand grows, it's an official case study right there and then. Before case studies, you had to bust your ass making calls every fucking day to get a customer or to even get a client. Nowadays, you get online, bring a lot of value or solve a problem. This is something that I've been talking about for months now, where online, if you solve a problem, if you focus on solving a problem, people will pay you for the solution to that problem, right? So the more that you solve problems, the more people are gonna follow you, listen to what you're saying, because you're finding solutions to people's problems, and you're gonna get as many clients as you wanted. But like I said, it's just a different road, bro. Like you create content now in 2020, and that's you getting clients organically. Back in the day, okay. So basically, back in the day, in 2020. There was no personal brands. You know, there weren't personal brands. There weren't people solving problems online free. You know, free. Now people are doing it for fucking free. So YouTube, I'm worried about schools. I'm worried for colleges because all this information is on YouTube now.
Yeah, people technically are learning on YouTube, and that's not. I'm not saying that's bad. It's just the way that we're moving things. People are learning more and more and more because actually they have the time that they never had. Now they have more time to study, to focus on learning new stuff. Finally taking that step and saying, okay, I wanna make this. How can I start doing it? And I think that's why 2020 is why people see it as a bad thing. Right now, I see it as the best thing. Because it had never made so many people technically get out of their comfort zone and start doing some shit.
Yeah. And I mentioned this today to a friend of mine where I was telling her that mind is made to comfort, to make you survive, to keep you safe, right? So whatever your mind says, your own thoughts are not really you. Okay, the mind is doing its job. The mind is not you. Your body is not you. Your mind is a tool. Your body is a tool. So by default, whenever your mind is telling you something to keep you safe, go the opposite way. Don't fucking listen to it. Go the fucking opposite way. And in 2020, it tested people. 2020 tested a bunch, hundreds and millions of people to see how strong they really was, how comfortable they really was, how the attachment they had to their jobs and careers, when now they realize that their careers and jobs weren't safe, right? And the people that are making money online are now striving at this point. They're striving in 2020, right? But the people that took the normal route where they have jobs, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think that people should have their jobs if they really love doing what they're doing, right? But for the people that hate their jobs and hate their careers, I'm telling you right now, there's a different option. And 2020 is your opportunity to do something different, do something that you truly love, because now you have fear, right? Before, you felt like you were in a prison, right? You felt like you were really attached to this career. But now 2020 puts you in a situation where you're in a different perspective. You see life in a different perspective. Holy fuck, like the world can end in one day. The whole business that I work for could just go bankrupt, right? And it puts things into perspective. It makes you not rely on your career anymore and start looking for options.
Also, the businesses that are not going online, they're going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like that. Easy as that, because they're not moving with the surf, with the wave.
Right? Yeah.
They're not moving with the wave. So technically, they keep trying to stick to what they already know. They're not open to learn new things. So technically, they're gonna be stuck technically they're gonna be stuck there, and that's what's making them being like there and going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right now, every single day that you wake up, you see the news. There's a new company every single day going bankrupt.
Yes.
There's no day that I wake up and I see my Instagram and I say, oh wow, look, there's no company. There's always a company going bankrupt, or there's somebody losing money, or there's somebody doing something's happening because they're not moving with the wave. So if they're not moving with the wave, they're not doing nothing.
And look, I want people to know this. In no way or form, I am telling you guys that going online is the only way that you would survive. No, because you putting your business online, there's a chance that you may actually get out of a business if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know how to create ads, you're definitely going out of business, okay? I'm not saying that it's safer, but I'm saying that you're probably going to last longer than retail stores, all right? Retail stores are going to die. You know, it's in plain view. Everyone knows they're going to die. They're slowly dying. And the digital online businesses are going to once thriving. You know, that's going to be the future. Not all of them are going to survive, obviously, but we're in a transition stage, and you need to be aware of that. Either way, honestly, I think that there's so much free information everywhere that now you can educate yourself whenever you want to. And if you have a thought of creating a business online, then you have the fucking chance to really change your life. And change your life like you never expected you were going to do it. I mean, a lot of people say they have businesses, they say they're entrepreneurs, right? But here's the thing. Everyone's trying to be an entrepreneur nowadays. Everyone thinks they're an entrepreneur nowadays. The only people that are truly entrepreneurs are the ones that are sacrificing for their business. They're sacrificing something financial. They're sacrificing their idea financially, with time, with the loved ones. They're sacrificing everything for fucking business, right? And I give a lot of credit for people that make that sacrifice, because to me, I made that sacrifice a few years ago, and I never looked back. I love the sacrifices that I made because they made me stronger. I understand what's really important to me in my life, and moving forward, I know what's really important to me. I mean, and look, this is coming from a guy that like just got into investing cryptocurrency. I mean, Julio's been investing in cryptocurrency for a while. I think for about what, a year now, 8 months.
Like 8 months, something like that. Yeah.
And it's because he knew that he's thinking long term, you know. And the past 11 minutes in this podcast, everything that we've been talking about, it's the future, it's the now, and it's going to continuously be the way of life. Things can change, but as of right now, that's where they're heading. And cryptocurrency is one of them as well, where it's present time, and it's going to be the full future.
Also, I want to say something is that don't believe everything that everybody tells you. Go and do your own research.
Yeah.
Because everybody's telling you, don't invest in crypto. That's a fucking scam. That's nothing. Yeah. But what happened with Bitcoin? Bitcoin in 2006, if I was not mistaken, it cost less than a cent. And how much does it cost right now? And then people will say, oh, I wish I invested in Bitcoin when it was 2006 and it was less than a cent. And right now, there are two kind of people. The people that think, oh, crypto is a scam, I'm not gonna invest. Or the people that say, oh shit, I don't want to be that same people that right now is just saying, whoa, I wish that I invested in crypto when it was less than a cent. So, I think that proves that either you go and do your own research and start looking for people, because obviously I'm not gonna tell you lies. There's people that are doing a lot of scam. There's a lot of people technically scamming people, telling them that the best crypto, blah blah blah, and they're just taking your money. So do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, let me say this, but I do know about it, and I have invested in crypto. I have some really good profit. Even Steven started like 2 months investing in crypto.
I mean, I invested in crypto in 2018, but I didn't do as much research as you did, so that's why a lot of things were new to me. Like, I invested in Bitcoin in 2018, but I wasn't getting no profit because it was it wasn't on the decline, but it was in a steady, like, it was steady. It was very steady, and I didn't see a lot of profit, so I took it out eventually after 1 year. And but I had background knowledge, but I didn't do enough research, and I'm glad that I didn't follow the hype of this thing and invested too much, especially because I didn't do the research, obviously, right? But don't be surprised, like, when you hear about these scams. Like, I'm not really surprised, because there's a lot of people that when they look, cryptocurrency is a new thing, right? It's a new thing to a lot of people, and it's a growing industry. and everyone doesn't really know a lot about cryptocurrency. So they're investing with closed eyes. They don't do any research, and that's where the scams are coming from. The scams are really relying on people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? So if you do some research, you educate yourself a little bit, you start to realize the currencies that people are mostly talking about. I mean, I'm not telling you that you're gonna be safe from all scams, but I'm saying it's better to do research than not to do research.
And do it at your own risk, because everybody says, "Oh, I risk this," but if you wanna, every single investment that you're gonna do is gonna have a fucking risk.
But I mean, honestly, I think that even by us saying there's scams out there, they don't even know what type of scams there are. Like, would you give them an example? Like, give them an example of what a fucking cryptocurrency scam would be.
Okay, so a cryptocurrency scam is like, technically, this happened, I think it was like a month ago, where supposedly they hacked the Twitter accounts, right? Saying that, I think it was Bill Gates, I don't remember, 3 persons more that are really famous.
They hacked them?
Yeah, supposedly they hacked them, and they were like giving away cryptocurrency. But the trick here was that you had to send him some amount, and they give you the double, supposedly. So that's where the scam comes, because you give them all the cryptocurrency that you have, and they don't give you nothing. They just take it. And that's where a lot of people are like, oh damn, this is a scam. Also, they're coins that they're just created to scam you.
Yeah, because anyone can make a coin, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, anyone can make a coin. So that's why the scammers are out there, and they're winning, because a lot of people are looking to invest into coins that are not that expensive, and the ones that are not expensive sometimes are ones that were just made, you know. And it's a risk. It's a risk that you're taking, but I mean,
I can give you an example of a coin. There has been going this trend about Dogecoin. First of all, that's a meme coin. Technically, it's a meme coin. It doesn't have any value. In the value that it had, technically, it was because of the social media. Because the social media is so powerful that technically, let's say if everybody says, "Oh, buy this," the social media goes around and say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this," right? But what they're doing is that technically you're buying that coin in some sites that are not really secure, and they're taking your money. That's a scam.
Oh God! So it's like there's plenty of ways these scammers are winning, but I think that over time, because like I said, this is an early industry. I've said this again. I'm gonna say it again. This is an early industry. Be careful, guys. It's an early industry. It's not. I think that part of the industry is gonna be 30%, 20% security. Watch. That's my guess. It's gonna be 20, 30% security. There's gonna be a lot of people making security companies within this industry, and they're gonna make a lot of money because everyone wants to protect themselves and their money, obviously. So that's gonna be a huge thing.
Also, I have heard Steven tell me this. When it comes to doing something, you're not supposed to be the first one. You're not supposed to be the last one. You're supposed to be in the middle, right? So you're not supposed to be the first one, because you're not gonna go and spend all your money and invest it in your fuck, right? Because you're gonna lose all your money. You're not supposed to be the last one, because maybe you're in that and it's not gonna go up anymore.
Yeah, it's too full, or like too many people are doing it.
Exactly. It's like right now, I see a lot of people investing on Bitcoin. Let me tell you, there are a lot of coins that they have a way better ROI. By ROI, I mean return on investment. Technically, Bitcoin's too up, and technically, the people that technically have a lot of profit are people that have a lot of money, to say it that way, because technically, my bad that I'm saying technically too much times, but Bitcoin right now is like, how much? Like 10,000, right?
Yeah, I think it went down.
Yeah, 10,000. And when you see that, well, you say like, okay, so how much do I have to wait? First of all, if you're gonna buy, if you don't have that money and you spend $100, it's not gonna give you a big ROI, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is that there's altcoins that nobody tells you about, and when I'm talking about this, I really want guys to do their research. And also don't believe everything that everybody tells you. Be critical and be aware of what you're researching, and see if that just see them. If you see, if there's a lot of good people that know about it on YouTube, but I'm gonna say this again: don't believe everything that you see on YouTube, because there's a lot of scammers. And you, just like me, have seen an ad. Remember the one of the supposedly that Ethereum is gonna give you away, blah blah blah.
Yeah. That was like, I don't even know how YouTube even let that be an ad, but like, bro, honestly, I was thinking like, the fact that now there's so many people with personal brands, this is a bad thing about the personal brands, that people, they fucking lie about their portfolio. Like, they lie about the portfolio so that way you could listen to them, right? So that's the bad thing about this digital age. You don't know who the fuck is real and who the fuck is fake, and who's faking it to make it, or who's making it to fake it, right? It's like, you can't even fucking tell nowadays, right? And that is the problem. That is the problem, that you can't hold people that are have personal brands accountable. But if you do some research on that person that's giving you all this advice, you could end up seeing some bad shit, and you know that will conclude if you would ever listen to the guy again, or if you see that he has great experience on this industry for a very long time, then you know you prove his point. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Also, right? I have heard about this, that they say, when there's somebody losing, there's some opportunity, right? So right now everybody's going crazy. Oh, cryptocurrency is going down, but there's some people that are very intelligent. They say, now is the time to buy. Now is the time to, the people that didn't have that money, or they were saying like, I don't know, it's too high. Now is the time to buy. But always be critical and be wise, and always be how you say this, like, always have in mind that there's a risk. There's always a risk. Now, if you're gonna take a risk, make sure that it's money that you are sure that you don't need. When I say that, is because there are a lot of people say, oh, this is the greatest opportunity, I'm gonna put all my money there. And when they see they put all their money and they have no money, technically invest money that you don't need, that if it goes up, good. If it goes down,
I wonder how many people, when they hear that, are gonna be like, I need all my money. What are you talking about? Like, I think what he meant was more like, you know, what is $100 gonna cost you, right? Like, or $50 or even $20 will cost you, right? See what that takes you. See what type of results you get from that, and you know, you can grow up from that. I mean, start small. I think as people say, the little things matter. Little investors matter too, you know, because they give you the results that you want sometimes.
No, and for example, when people start learning about stocks, the first thing that they teach you about penny stocks. They don't go and tell you, go buy Tesla stocks or nothing like that.
You know what's funny? No one ever told me about penny stocks. I learned about stocks before penny stocks, and whenever I would hear penny stocks, I didn't understand what penny stocks were. And then it says it on the name. It's just very less, just basically low value companies or stocks, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I didn't know that. I honestly thought penny stocks was a different type of investment. I don't know what it was, but I learned about stocks before penny stocks, which is kind of weird. I don't know if what you're saying is like, is what most people study at first.
Yeah.
But from my experience, I never heard about penny stocks till years after. It's crazy, years after. But I never invested in
also
stocks.
the academies that teach you how to trade stocks and all that, right, or to invest, they're obviously when it's penny stocks, there's not a high ROI, right? But when you don't have the amount to invest in large companies like Tesla or Microsoft or Google or Alibaba or the ones that are right now really big, well, if you're gonna lose something, it's way better to lose little money than lose a lot of money.
No, for sure. And I mean, even talking about like, all right, I'm a serial entrepreneur. You know, I like to really put me in that group because I love doing a lot of shit. I like investing into a lot of things. I just love being an entrepreneur all around. I'm a jack of all trades, right? So I know a little bit about everything. There's certain things that I've studied for a very long time, which is marketing, but like investing is all about taking risk, right? And every single category is about taking risk, right? But as an investor, you're taking risk with your money, okay? When it comes to building a business, you're doing more than that. You're investing a lot of time. You're risking a lot of time. You're risking your money. You're risking pretty much all aspects of your life because you're sacrificing a lot of things within you. If sometimes some guys can't work out no more, they can't go to the gym anymore because they need those 2 hours to work in their business, right? It's the sacrifices that you have to make, and it's like that's why, like, me personally, I highly recommend people to read the cash flow quadrant so they understand what an employee thinks like, what a self-employed person thinks like, a investor and a business owner thinks like. Because in this fucking game that we call life, right? If you're trying to improve yourself, if you're trying to become someone, if you're trying to be a businessman or investor or whatever, the secret to this, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is a special podcast because I'm telling you guys this is the secret. This is the fucking secret of fucking wealth. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now my fucking secret. And the secret to becoming as successful as you can is copying successful people. And it's more easy to say it than actually do it, but it's a slow process of you implementing things that you see from successful people that work for you. So the more you surround yourself with people that are better than you in certain things, or you are basically following around someone that's highly fucking successful in your industry, the more you see what he does, the more you become that person, and you take things from him that are working and it works for you. That's where you're gonna see the massive fucking results, right? It comes. I can say the same thing about with investing. You know, some people have different philosophies when it comes to investing. The big investors out there, like Warren Buffett, probably thinks very differently from how we think about investing. Obviously, right? So I would suggest that you guys study someone in the marketplace or in that specific industry that you're trying to get on, so that way you can see massive fucking success.
Yeah, and that was a long way from the topic that we were talking about. But talking about monetization. Yeah. What do you have to tell people that say, "Oh, I don't have nothing to sell"? I technically, and they say like, but wait, I really, because you tell them like, go look for something. You're good at something. They just say, "Nah, I'm not good at nothing." What you have to say about it?
All I gotta say is that we live in a world of content. You know, you guys are addicted to TikTok. You guys are addicted to Instagram. What you're seeing, to me anyways, is doers. People that are taking advantage of their hobbies. They're taking advantage of their craft and what they like to do, right? So, you know, if I was a fucking dancer, I would be dancing all fucking day in front of a fucking camera. See what the fuck happens on TikTok, right? I would fucking dance all day on Instagram. See what the fuck happens there, right? At the end of the day, you're building a personal brand by your hobbies and things that you like to do. If you like fucking cooking, if you like martial arts, if you like doing your bed, right? You could find a craft in anything. And honestly, a lot of people would definitely be a fan of you because there's too many people in this world not to love what the hell you're doing. And people are gonna find entertainment anywhere. You know, you making your bed every fucking day for a video must be fucking entertaining to someone in this fucking world.
And what about the people that say, "Oh, but is that I don't want nobody judging me. I don't want nobody seeing what I'm doing." Like, they're just afraid of what people are gonna say.
Well, all I gotta say to that is that I'm gonna speak for myself at this point right here, but I realize that people don't really give a fuck. Okay, people don't really give a fuck. They only give a fuck when you're doing better than them. So whenever you're actually creating content and you're getting followers, you're doing this, that's when people start judging. I see this a lot with fucking girls that are doing OnlyFans. They start making money, they start doing all this shit, and that's when all the judgment comes, right? You know, they're seeing a lot of fucking success and they hate the fact that they're having success, and boom, that's when they start talking shit, even though they don't give a fuck about you or they don't know anything about you. It's ridiculous. The irony here is fucking ridiculous.
And you know what? Now that you talk about OnlyFans, I think that's the perfect example of what we're talking about. Like, everybody have to gone from out of their comfort zone to make money. Because there's a lot of people that have lost job and they're doing OnlyFans and they're winning $1,000. Can you believe that?
I believe it now because I've seen it firsthand. But before I didn't believe it. I actually, like, to this day, I kind of like, because me personally, I would never subscribe, right? So it's like, that's crazy. We got into a point where you can monetize your content. It's not even what you're doing on OnlyFans. You could be doing anything. You could be fucking dancing and shit. The fact that you could start monetizing your own content is something goddamn special. And people have been doing this for a while, but they had to do it from different streams that allow them to monetize their content, like YouTube. But there's so many options now that it's fucking ridiculous. I don't get it. I really don't understand. But I understand now. This is the irony. Like, a few years ago, the world's moving too fast, honestly.
You know what I want to see? Because I know how OnlyFans started, and it was just like a fan club, right? I want to see people that really technically take those members from any platform they have and start monetizing their content, right? Because it's not only about getting naked or nothing like that. It's just having a fan club. Technically, it's like let's say because the OnlyFans is
Patreon, right?
Exactly. It's like OnlyFans is like the Instagram, right? But it's just exclusive stuff.
Look, guys, whoever's thinking about doing content, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you can start making money on your content. Look, we have so much power now. Back in the day, TV, fucking channels were buying you, right? People wanted to make money out of you. Now you can make money for yourself. You have a sense of fucking freedom now. You can make as much content as you fucking can, and you can start monetizing your content and start putting your price on your content. You don't have to wait for a manager. You don't have to wait for anyone to fucking start managing you so you can start making money. Now you have that freedom. You have that fucking freedom, which is special.
It's like, for example, people on YouTube. Like, you know what an example that I have seen is like Logan Paul. He made a fan club, and it's now OnlyFans though. And it's about exclusive content, getting like technically getting personalized stuff with his fans, right? So he's giving away stuff. He's just only because they're part of this fan club.
Yeah.
So he's technically changing that concept, from just OnlyFans just to make it him. Like, he has giveaways just because people are subscribed to that.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, we live in the consumer age, bro. We live in the consumer age. Everyone wants to get distracted, right? Everyone wants to get fucking distracted. And you could be the person distracting someone, and that person is such a fan of you, people start buying your merch. People, just because they're fans, you're entertaining them. And I guess they value that. They value the fact that you're entertaining, you're charismatic, and they're loving what you're doing. They're gonna start supporting you. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a lot of people don't see look, there's so many options nowadays, and people don't see those options. And this is why I love doing podcasts like this to, in a sense, kind of like spark an option for someone out there. Maybe there's someone listening to this that does he probably works in a fucking building in a cubicle, but he's a great golfer. Now you can start making videos on golfing on TikTok or any other platform. It doesn't even have to be TikTok, but like just making content on platforms and look at where it takes you. It's gonna take you to magical places if you're consistent with it, if you're different with it, if you're making your own style. People are gonna find you entertaining and see where it takes you. It's gonna take you to the most beautiful fucking.
A common sentence that I have heard is like, "Oh, but people are not gonna buy that. People are not gonna pay to see me do this or anything like that. They just." So
you be fucking surprised.
like have you've been saying like they don't even have started and they just put in excuses, like they're thinking
yeah. Yeah, I think people don't realize they're too focused on the people that already made it, but they all started just like you. You know, it's just I think people are just scared of commitment. People are scared of commitment. They're too fucking like just. They're letting their thoughts speak for them, you know, and that's where I told you in the first minutes of this podcast. I was saying your thoughts are not you, right? Your thoughts are made to comfort you, right? So obviously it's gonna end up doing that. Anything that you want to do in your life, your dream, you're chasing your dream, you're chasing a goal, you're gonna have those thoughts no matter what, and it's made to make you comfortable because chasing goals is not comfortable. It takes a lot of fucking risking. It takes a lot of sacrifices, and to your brain, that's considered a lot of work and a lot of fucking stress.
That's one of the reasons why people don't make it. People don't get the goals that they want to get because just from the beginning they're just thinking negative.
Yeah, I think mindset is probably 60 to 70% of this shit, honestly, and then the rest is work ethic and things that you implement during the way. But like, mindset is a big fucking thing, and I don't think that you need to go to a course to fix this mindset that you have. You know, I know that's an industry of its own. Me personally, I don't think you need a fucking course to create a great mindset for you. I don't think that makes any sense to me. But you could look, honestly, everything's on YouTube. But like you could look at in ways where you could start creating a reality for you. Because you create your own. A lot of people don't understand this. This is why they have bad mindsets, because they don't understand that you could create your own reality. You create your own fucking life. You don't. Everyone sees life in a whole different perspective. Not everyone's gonna see it like you, right? So you could start creating your own reality in life, and it could be a winning one. It could be a positive one if you wanted to, right? But you gotta truly believe that and implement it in the daily basis till it becomes you. But if anything, I mean, if you want to look at life negatively, go for it. See where it takes you. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't advise you to do that. No, that's a big thing, though. A lot of people don't realize how many options they truly have. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm just a guy from St. Cloud, Florida, and I'm telling you right now, you have more options than you think, and you should start exploring as much as possible because there's too many out there. And if you have any questions about how you can start a business within your hobby or anything that you're doing, you can definitely hit me up. I don't know if you're gonna put my contact information here, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now where you guys could actually get in contact with me the best. It will be either LinkedIn or Instagram. I'm gonna give you the LinkedIn and Instagram. But actually, Instagram is the best way. So it's gonna be. I just changed my name, so I don't know it, but I think it's Steven _Sales. One. I think everyone knows that except me. One. But yeah, so you guys could follow me there at Steven _Sales 1. You can DM there, and whatever question you guys have about making money out of your own hobby, you can hit me up, and I'll be more than glad to help you out. And if you're just curious about different options where you could make money, like, look, I've done a lot of shit in my fucking life. I think I've done too much, but at the same time, it's like I've realized what I'm good at and what I'm bad at when it comes to like this industry we call the market, right? I realize what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy, and if you guys have you guys need any advice on that, you guys can definitely hit me up there.
Definitely. And adding to what Steven was saying, there's some people that say, but I don't know what I'm good at. Start asking the people around you. Start asking them.
Yeah, that's a good fucking option right there.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I heard that 5 years ago. I never heard it again until now. So yeah, it's something that, because people realize things about you that you don't realize about yourself. So that's a good way. You know, what I always say to that, like whenever someone comes up to me with that, I always say like, do more, go explore. You know, there's nothing wrong with exploring, see what you're bad at, what you're good at. Because the reason that you don't know what you're good at is because you haven't been out there and figure it out.
Also,
it has to really, like, you have to go find it in a sense. I think I already found you, but you don't realize that yet, you know? Yeah,
sometimes you don't realize. Sometimes you just do stuff that you don't even realize, and your friends say, damn, he's good at this. But when they tell you that, you're like, really? Am I good at this?
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, oh, maybe I am good at this, and you start looking for you start looking for more information. Everything's on YouTube right now. Everything's on YouTube. So I think if you don't have any ideas, just go and search the whole YouTube. Technically, anything that pops up, just search it on YouTube.
YouTube has all the answers. Fuck college. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.com. Steven, why should I?
This is not sponsored.
Steven, why should I not go to college? Because you got YouTube, bro. YouTube has all the answers.
Graduated from.
The comment section has the answers too. You go to the comment section. There's a lot of professors out there.
Exactly, and there's actually people that also are like you, and they just have the same question and people answer it.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? It's crazy because it's gotten to a point where YouTube has the answers, Google has the answers, and there's different other platforms, engines and shit that has the answers. There's fucking digital academies now in 2020. Can you believe that? There's gonna be more. There's gonna be a growing amount of that. Honestly, like we were talking about cryptocurrency a few minutes ago, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's gonna be academies coming up. Like people are gonna make schools out of these fucking industries because they know they're gonna make a lot of money, and they're probably getting this information from Google. Isn't that crazy? Well, the irony, right? People are getting information on Google and then making a school or making an academy from that specific thing that they're teaching.
Also, if you come to see, there's a lot. When you go to social media, there's not a lot of information about cryptocurrency. People are not talking about this because they're scared of what's gonna happen or nothing like that. And for me, I think that's just people are not doing enough research.
Yeah.
Or they're scamming you.
I think that like, all right, so as cryptocurrency rises, that's when it becomes more relevant for people. But the people that are going to enjoy cryptocurrency the most, in my opinion, are the ones that are on it right now. I'm not going to lie to you. The ones that are on it right now are enjoying this because the public and the masses don't know about cryptocurrency. So the people that are investing in cryptocurrency right now, they're the ones that are going to make some great amount of money. And
the thing about cryptocurrency, the more the people know, the better it is for the people that is investing right now, because the price is gonna go up because people are gonna start buying.
Yeah.
And right now, there are not people buying.
I'm gonna say something that I've never said before, but the more I talk about fucking content monetization, the more I realize how much people don't know about it either. Like people don't realize the amount of money you can be making by just creating content, by sponsors and all this shit. Like that's crazy. Like it just popped in my head how that industry, I think, is not. It's just started. Honestly, to me, it's just started. So I'm gonna get to work in a few minutes and start making an academy for monetization.
As I see it, there's a lot of people that right now they charge you a lot of money just to tell you exactly what we're telling you. That technically you can monetize your content, and that's how you can make money. Yeah. But all that information is free on YouTube.
Yeah. Or you can definitely find it in my channel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like my channel has all the gems. If you guys trying to figure out how to fucking monetize your content, go to my fucking channel. I will put this in the description of this podcast so you guys can subscribe and get all the juice, get all the gems. I said gems.
Gems.
The gems. You're gonna get all the gems, all the juicy information you need to start monetizing your content. And you're gonna make a lot of fucking money out of that shit. People just don't realize it. So they actually meet me and I make them a lot of money.
You know, we talk about doing a podcast, and we were not really what we're gonna talk about, but it has been a really good podcast.
It's been good. It's been very genuine. It's been very helpful for me because there was a lot of things that I wanted to get out my chest, and I got it out my chest in this podcast. So
I think it also has a lot of value for people that really don't know stuff.
No, for sure. This is a fucking. Honestly, I don't do podcasts this long usually, but whoever's listening to this point, I gotta say thank you for listening, and hopefully you get as much information. You written down some things that you liked that we said that may be helpful for you. And if you're looking for more value, like I said, just on the description, I'm gonna put my social media. He's gonna put his social media. If you guys have any questions about things that we have talked about in this podcast, just let us fucking know. I'm truly open to helping out anyone. So
yeah, that's gonna be for it. Thank you for listening, and that's it.
yeah, so follow us on our social media in the description. I said this 10 times, so you guys better fucking do it at this point. And stay safe, guys, and enjoy 2020.